Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Higher Ready. Today we are diving into one of the most talked about topics in the world of AI, the differences between RAG, Agentic RAG, and AI agents. Do you know why OpenAI, Meta, or Google are building agent based architectures? Or if you are confused by all these terms floating around, don't worry. This video will break it all down with clear real world use cases. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what each one is, but you will also know which one is shaping the future of AI tools and assistants. First, let's try to understand what exactly is RAG. RAG stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. In simple terms, RAG is like a smart AI librarian. When you ask it a question, it doesn't guess. It searches a database or documents for relevant content and then uses an LLM model to summarize or explain it. Imagine you are in an interview and don't know the answer to a question. You quickly search Google, find the best article, and rephrase the answer. That's what RAG does. Real time retrieval plus generation. But how does it work? You input a query. It fetches relevant information from external sources like databases or documents. The LLM combines that information to generate a response. But still, we do have some limitations in RAG models. It is not capable of taking action. As it is not capable of taking action, it loses decision making ability. It only answers based on retrieved content. Let's consider some real case to understand what is RAG. Chatbots and customer support that pull company specific frequently asked questions. For example, if you go to Amazon chatbot or Flipkart chatbot about your last delivery or your delivery that is being delayed, it will fetch documents and information from any document that is being uploaded by a delivery partner. So if you're asking when my product will be delivered, it will fetch information from that particular document or from Excel file and give you the information it will be delivered on this particular date. That's how retrieval augmented generation works. Now let's add intelligence. What is agentic RAG? Agentic RAG is like a RAG, but with a brain that can reason, plan, and act. Imagine RAG is a student that finds the answer in a textbook. Agentic RAG is a project manager. It not only finds answer, but also decides what to do with them. Do you know what makes it agentic? It can plan multi-step tasks. It can decide which tool or document to use. It can update its goal based on new information. Let's see the architecture of this amazing agentic RAG. It uses retrieval like RAG, but includes reasoning modules, memory, and decision loops. If you ask, summarize our customer feedback and create a report, it starts with retrieving data and it will summarize it. Followed by that, it will choose the best template. And finally, it will draft the report. Followed by that, it has one more step. It will send it to the marketing team. It is a combination of RAG and AI agent. So it is still tied to documents, but now it has agency like a human being. I believe you guys understood what is RAG and agentic RAG. Now let's meet the real action hero AI agents. What are AI agents? If RAG is a librarian and agentic RAG is a manager, then agents are your dedicated employees, fully autonomous tool using AIs that execute tasks independently. There are some key abilities that AI agents have. It will execute scripts or workflows. It can use tools like web browsers, APIs, or applications. It has the ability to make decisions without constant human input. It can communicate with other AI agents. For example, if a developer says, deploy this application to AWS, run tests and notify me on a Slack. It starts with logging into AWS account, deploys the code, run test cases, sends the results, and finally it will detect a bug and retries automatically. Agents may or may not use retrieval, but they focus on autonomous action, not just answers. Let's break down the differences one by one without the tech jargon overload. First, document retrieval. Both RAG and Agentic RAG are great at pulling the right documents when you ask a question. Agents, they might not even need documents. They can skip that step if it is not part of their job. Second, using a LLM model. RAG always uses an LLM to give you a response. Agentic RAG also does, but with extra intelligence layered on top. Agents, they may or may not sometimes. They just execute actions without generating any text. Third, reasoning ability. RAG is like a super fast librarian. It finds and shares information, but doesn't think deeply about it. Agentic RAG can reason through tasks and make decisions. Agents, they are even more capable. Reasoning is built in. Fourth, taking action. RAG can't do this at all. Agentic RAG can take action, but usually with some limits, like running certain tools or workflows. Agents, on the other hand, are designed to take action freely. Fifth, autonomy. RAG is not autonomous at all. Agentic RAG is partially autonomous. It can handle certain workflows without you babysitting it. Agents, they are fully autonomous. They can operate without constant human oversight. Sixth, tool usage. RAG doesn't use tools. It is just retrieval and generation. Agentic RAG can use tools selectively depending on the situation. Agents, they are tool powerhouses. From APIs to automation scripts, they use whatever is needed to get the job done. And finally, the example rules. Think of RAG as your knowledge assistant, great for answering questions. Agentic RAG as your smart AI coordinator, pulling data, planning tasks, and guiding others. And agents as your automation bots, the ones actually doing the work. Alright, here is the quick takeaway. RAG is your go to knowledge expert. It digs through documents and gives you the best answer it can find. Agentic RAG, that is your strategist. It doesn't just find the answer, it figures out the steps, coordinates the plan, and sets things in motion. And agents? Well, they are the doers. The ones that roll up their sleeves, execute the plan, solve problems along the way, and report back when it's done. If this made things clearer, hit like, subscribe for more AI breakdowns, and tell me in the comments which AI would you want as your coworker.